What's up at welcome sa Pochok Lock. Sa channel nito, may kong sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad at magbigay sa inyo ng masabot kayang alternatibo. Underway na ang Blood vs. Duty, ang bagong palabas ng ABS-CBN. Kaya naman sa video nito, minabuti ko na sumuri ng 5 sa mga relo na isinusuot ni Richard Gutierrez na gumaganap bilang Marcus Reyes, ang isa sa mga bida sa palabas na ito. I was actually very excited when I was doing the research for this video kasi napansin ko connoisseur ng Omega si Richard Gutierrez, and that's such a far cry from the Rolexes and the Patek Philippes that we typically see. Omega is often relegated to the sidelines in spite of its significant heritage and in spite of the great watches that it makes. Bago po tayo magsimula, alam ko may mga naghihintay na i-announce ko na ang winner ng Argos Philippines Intervalum Consistence giveaway. I'll be doing that at the end of this video. While you're at it, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Hindi na akong papaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! So dito sa relo na ito ni Richard Gutierrez, ang kailangan nating tingnan, the case shape and then just the fact that there are pushers on the side. Let's also look at the bracelet style. It's quite peculiar. Let's look at the bezel na kulay itim ang bezel nito. And then finally, let's take a look at the dial. Yung inner portion ng dial, it's color black. Pero pag tinignan nyo yung outer ring niya, parang may pattern dyan na red and white. At dahil sa mga katangin na yan, tingin ko this is an Omega Speedmaster Tintin. The Speedmaster I've discussed on this channel before na tingin ko suot ni Senator Bam Aquino, and especially in this day and age, we are in the new space age. It's just interesting to talk about things that are related to space. And alam naman natin ang Omega, it has this heritage of having the Speedmaster Professional as the Moonwatch, and we still see that to this day. We see the astronauts on Artemis 2 where the newest version of this watch, and there's actually a digital version that they brought to space as well on the day of the flight. So, ang key characteristic talaga ng relo na ito ay yung outer ring nga niya na red and white checkered pattern. And in fact, I believe one of my subscribers commented na meron sila ng relo na ito. And so this watch, the pattern on this watch at least is inspired by the rocket doon sa 16th volume ng Adventures of Tintin entitled Destination Moon. What's interesting about that rocket, that ultimately is the inspiration for this watch, is that it's a rocket that was actually inspired by a Nazi rocket, the V2. Ang relo na ito, it's already discontinued, but this one I still see it sell on the secondary market for up to 14,000 Swiss francs. In Philippine peso terms, yun ay nasa mga 1.08 million pesos. And that's quite a premium, especially comparing it to other Speedmasters that typically kapag bumili kayo ng Speedmaster Professional, even the Moonwatch, once you get out of the store, it's going to drop compared to its SRP. But ibahin nyo po ang relo nito. This is quite a sought after piece, and it's not mainstream, which is probably my favorite thing about it. Now, pagdating sa alternative sa relo na ito, it's an alternative that I've recommended before already, the Bulova Lunar Pilot 96K111. So it's the other Moonwatch, kaya ako to pinipila as an alternative. Concession-wise, this is bigger than the Speedmaster Professional at 43.5 millimeters. A key characteristic as well that's, a concession when it comes to this watch would be the placement of the tachymeter. Speedmasters are known to have their tachymeters on the bezel rather than inside the crystal. And then the movement, of course, here will be quartz compared to the automatic mechanical movement of the Speedmaster Tintin, the caliber 1861. But this is a pretty good movement inside the Lunar Pilot as well. Heritage-wise, you get a part of it because this watch also made it to the moon. Ang relo na ito, it has an SRP of 56,450 pesos. And still, with that heritage behind it and just the sizable appearance of this watch, I think it's a watch that is worth going for. Especially kung mas prefer nyo yung look niya and maybe you're not a fan of the Speedmaster Professional na kahit hindi mainstream dito sa Pilipinas, ay medyo mainstream sa ibang mga lugar. Ayun, quick reminder lang, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-like and subscribe, please do both of those things. It really helps the channel a lot. Yun lang, hindi ko na kayo istorbohin. Balik na tayo sa mga relo. Sa relo naman na ito ni Richard Gutierrez, ang kailangan nating tingnan, the case shape. It's quite vintage, and then it also has straight lugs. Tapos, if you look at the side of the case, there are pushers there that are more exposed compared to the pushers on the Speedmaster Professional that we earlier took a look at. Tapos tingnan natin yung dial nito na parang kulay green siya. There are sub-dials at the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock positions. Kahit ngayon alam na natin chronograph siya, it's important to note here that there is no sub-dial at the 6 o'clock position. It's important as well to take a look at the hour hand of this watch na broad arrow ang hugis nito. And dahil sa mga katangian this is an Omega Speedmaster 57 with the green dial. So, it's named Omega Speedmaster 57 kasi it's an homage to the three watches that Omega released in 1957. The Speedmaster, the Seamaster, and the Railmaster. So ang relo na ito, obviously, we're taking a look at another Speedmaster, and it's a tribute to that 1957 original Speedmaster with the broad arrow hand or the broad arrow hour hand, the case shape na vintage ang dating, and the bracelet style, which is very different from what we saw on the Speedmaster Tintin earlier. For me, the most distinct contribution of the Speedmaster to this whole genre of watches, the chronographs, would be placing the tachymeter on the bezel of the watch. And this is a design element that carries forward to this day. And even if you look at something like the Daytona, mapapansin nyo na yung tachymeter niya ay nandun din sa bezel. So this is a style that actually comes from the Speedmaster 57. Ang retail price ng relo na ito ay 640,000 pesos. And for me, that might be the best way to get this watch kasi makakuha pa kayo ng 10% discount. I don't see it often sa secondary market dito sa Pilipinas. And while you have options abroad, you'd have to pay shipping, taxes, and duties. Pero syempre, kung nasa ibang bansa kayo, you might see examples that might cost less than 640,000 pesos. But just for me personally, this might be the most realistic way of getting it dito sa Pilipinas. Ngayon, as an alternative to that, I present to you a Casio Edifice watch. I'll just put the reference here. So kaya ko to nire-recommend as an alternative would be, it's a chronograph that has the tachymeter on the outside, doon sa bezel, and that has a green dial. In terms of the concessions, the hue of green is different. The bezel is colored black instead of colored silver doon sa Speedmaster 57. And this one has a modern rather than a vintage feel. Aside from that, the movement here is quartz, and the finishing here will not be on the same level of the Omega, obviously. However, it retails for 13,220 pesos, and I think at this price point, that this is what you expect, right? And it's coming from a brand that is well loved by wristwatch enthusiasts. So I think hindi kayo magkakamali sa Casio Edifice na ito. Sa relo naman na ito ni Richard Gutierrez, ang kailangan nating tingnan the case shape and how substantial it is when it comes to the size. Let's also look at the pushers. So mapapansin nyo, chronograph ulit ito. You'll also notice sub-dials at the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock positions. Pero yung nandun sa 6 o'clock position, the key distinguishing feature would be a white circle that you see there. It also has a leather strap with white stitching at dahil sa mga katangian na yan. Tingnan this an Omega Speedmaster Moonface. So this is larger than the standard Omega Speedmaster Professional at 44.25 millimeters. So it's 2.25 millimeters larger when it comes to the diameter. And it has a lot of complications, but the most notable, of course, would be the Moonface complication, where it gets the name from. And ako aesthetically, not functionally, ang pinaka-paborito kong complication ay ang Moonface complication. This watch has a leather strap, and that gives this watch a dressy feel, but I feel that is somewhat mismatched with the 44.25mm case width. So ang relo na ito, it retails for 755,000 pesos dito sa Pilipinas, and I don't see it all that often sa secondary market dito. So similar to the Speedmaster 57, that might have to be your best bet when you want to purchase this watch sa Pilipinas. Alternative-wise, I am giving you the Omega Swatch collaboration, the Mission to the Moon Face New Moon. So kaya ako pinili because of the case shape, syempre similar yan, the chronograph functionality, and the moon face complication. Concession-wise, the case material, which is quite toy-like pagdating sa moon swatch. It has a quartz movement, and the strap quality here will be so-so. Ang isa pang concession would be the size of this watch. Kasi the Moon's watch is 42 millimeters across, where the Speedmaster Moonface is 44.25 millimeters across. SRP of this watch is 20,250 pesos, and just being honest here, that's a lot of money for a watch that has bioceramic as its main material. But I do get the appeal. You have Snoopy appearing on this watch, and there's a lot of fanfare when it comes to the Moon's watch, so I understand that. And anyway, this watch has served as an entry point for a lot of watch enthusiasts today. So I'll take what I can get, and I think this is a good looking watch nevertheless. Dito naman sa relo na ito ni Richard Gutierrez, we're going to shift genres a little bit. Let's look at the case shape of the watch. It's quite distinct, made even more distinct by what you will see at the 10-ish position at the side of the case. Makita nyo parang may kabuti dyan. There's also a triangle-like marker above the 6 o'clock index, and it's got a skeletonized handset, a mesh bracelet, at dahil sa mga katangin na yan, tingin sa Omega Seamaster, No Time to Die. This watch was worn by Daniel Craig, acting as James Bond in his last Bond film, No Time to Die. And sinabi ko rin in a previous video, he was one of the people who designed this watch, made it stealthy. Kasi spicy James Bond This watch has to be stealthy. So you'll see no polished surfaces on this watch, and it's titanium, making it super light. And having owned one before, I can attest to that. The lightness of this watch is something that actually made me sell it. All the same, I think bagay to kay Richard Gutierrez kasi dito sa Pilipinas, he's starring in shows/movies na action ang genre. And it's important to note as well na ang relo na ito, tingin ko, sinuot to ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Pero syempre, yan ay bago siya makipaglaro ng hide and seek sa ating mga government officials. Ngayon, ang relo na ito, SRP, if I'm not mistaken, is 630,000 pesos. Pero marami ako nakikita examples nito sa secondary market dito sa Pilipinas, where I see it sell for up to 500,000 pesos. In terms of the alternative, I'm selecting the Seiko SRPL 85. So kaya ko to pinili because of the patinaed markers giving that vintage feel. It's got red accents as well, and it has a dive style bezel. Concession-wise, ang case at bracelet ng relo na ito ay made of steel instead of titanium, which I actually prefer. The movement quality will also be quite... It's not going to be on the same level as the Omega, even though both are mass-produced. Omega really has these movements that are just better. The finishing of this watch will be not on the same level as the Omega as well. Pero dahil walang polished surfaces sa Omega, hindi nyo masyadong makikita yan in person. Tapos yung bracelet style nito, that's the biggest concession in my opinion. This one has an oyster style bracelet compared to the mesh style bracelet doon sa Seamaster. And retail wise naman, I think those are acceptable kasi it retails for 24,500 pesos. And this is coming from Seiko, a brand that is very well known and a brand that is very well respected, and I think it can go toe-to-toe with Omega heritage-wise. Kaya magandang choice para sa inyo ang SRPL 85 kung gusto nyong gayahin ang look ni Richard Gutierrez wearing this watch. Dito sa relo na ito ni Richard Gutierrez, ang kailangan nating tingnan the case shape. So it's very similar to the watch earlier. Even yung kabote doon sa side ng case. And then it's important to take a look at the overall look of this watch na it seems to have polished elements here. It's just brighter overall comparing to the watch we saw earlier. Tapos it has a black bezel na medyo makintab. Kulay puti yung dial nito. It has a black rubber strap. At sa mga katangin natin, this is an Omega Seamaster Polar with the rubber strap. So this is a watch that is well loved by the community with its distinctive white dial. It's important to note na ang dial sa generation na ito ng mga Omega Seamaster ay yung wave pattern. And this one is quite good looking. Yun nga lang, I personally do not prefer it. Malaki na nga ang 42mm for a Seamaster, and it's made to look even bigger kapag dating sa paggamit ng white dial. So ang relo na ito, retail price is 378,000 pesos. But I see it on the secondary market dito sa Pilipinas sell for up to 250,000 pesos. In terms of the alternative, I'm selecting the Casio Duro. Lalagay ko na lang yung reference dito. which I selected because of the dive style of the watch, the contrast between the bezel and the dial, but the similarities end there. Concession-wise, this has a quartz movement. The finishing is going to be rough around the edges. The bracelet here is utilized instead of the rubber strap on the Omega Seamaster, although may variant din naman ng Seamaster na bracelet ang gamit. However, the retail price of this watch is 7,420 pesos, and it's quite substantial at 46.3 millimeters. You're getting a lot of watch for that money, and so that's why I think this is a good watch. And the Casio Duro overall is just a watch that is well loved within the wristwatch enthusiast community. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng 5 sa mga relo na isinusuot ni Blood vs. Duty star Richard Gutierrez. At kung tama aking guess kung anong mga relong ito, base sa kanilang mga katangian, kung bibili nyo sila today, maaari kayong abutin ng humigit kumulang 3.2 million pesos, and that's a lot of money, but it's relatively modest in comparison to the watch collections of other celebrities and or politicians, lalo na yung mga politicians na mahilig sa Patek Philippe saka sa mga Rolex. But the truth is, I just enjoyed making this video thoroughly. Yan ay dahil sa uniqueness ng pieces na nakita natin dito, especially with Omega not being a mainstream brand dito sa Pilipinas. Kung kailangan kong pumili ng favorite ko sa collection na ito, my favorite would have to be the Speedmaster 57 with the green dial and the broad arrow hour hand. I just really love heritage styling from Omega, so this is a piece that really appeals to me. Doon naman tayo sa alternatives, my favorite would have to be the Seiko SRPL 85. At ito na po tayo sa announcement ng winner ng Argos Philippines Intervalum Consistence giveaway. The right answer to the question is R2D2. At kung nakuha nyo ang tamang sagot at sinagot nyo before the deadline, meron kayong raffle entry. Yung mga nanalong mga subscriber or viewer, I put them on a wheel of names and I selected the winner from there. So congratulations po, user Albert Malaba-Q7G. Ikaw ay nanalo ng Argos Intervalum Consistence. To learn more about how to claim your prize, bantayan nyo po yung comment section ng video na yon kung saan kayo nanalo. Sasagot po ako dun sa comment nyo. And then, sasabihin ko kung paano nyo pwedeng maklaim ang prize. And then, I selected 2 other names from the wheel of names para just in case hindi i-claim ni user Albert Malaba-Q7G, mapupunta naman po sa second preference and third preference. So, the second name I selected is user Fiscal Diary. And then the third name is user Joy to the World 6. So, mag-abang lang po kayo. I'm only giving 1 week to user Albert Malaba-Q7G to claim the prize. And then, if hindi niya maklaim, maaari pong mapunta sa inyo. Kung interesado po kayo sa ganitong klaseng content, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, watch reviews, watch giveaways, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Later, yo!